I want to give you some hope that you'll get through it. One of the hardest parts of a service member's life is transitioning out of service. It's hard, man. I did it myself in 2012, transitioned right into law school. Kind of had a plan, so a lot of us don't have plans, but try to get a plan, man. That's the most important thing, something you can go on to. And the transition is hard, right? The transition is hard for several reasons. One, it's a different way of life. Two, you're now dealing with folks who don't have the same work ethic, the same integrity. They don't understand teamwork or camaraderie, or you'll have leaders in places, and this can happen in the military too, but you have leaders in places who should not be leaders just because they have credentials. It's challenging. And then you have the worry of a job, and you're taking care of your family. Understand your transitioning out of the military may be a really hard thing to do, but you can do it. And there's organizations that help, but you really got to rely on yourself. You really got to master your mental state, your emotional state. You got to master that, right? My advice would be to work on your psychological capital. That's where I live. You know, I live in that world because I know how powerful it is. So that's your hope, your self-confidence, your resilience, and your optimism. When you work on those things, transitioning can be a hell of a lot easier. Understand, I see you, brother or sister. I know shit is hard on you when you're transitioning. I did it myself, and it was really hard. Just keep the faith. Out here in this world, the civilians are different. It's okay. Could give you any advice as you transition. Of course, it would be to work on your psychological capital. But the second piece I'd give you, the second piece of advice, is be an example. You know, hold your head, be strong, be the strong veteran that you are. Keep your integrity intact. For me, I separated out of the Air Force, so I kept the core values. You know, I modified them a little bit and made them my own, and that's how I live my life. But it is challenging. It's hard to transition after you've known a certain way of life. Anytime you transition is hard, but it seems like when you're transitioning out of the military, you could have some unseen wounds that you need to take care of. So do the best you can, reach out for support, get around some folks who support you, get some good friends, and be patient with yourself. If you're going to give compassion to anybody, if you're going to be patient with anybody in this world, be compassionate and patient with yourself. That's the most important thing, man. Only person you can rely on is yourself. The only person that's going to really have your back is you. So make sure that you are taking steps to protect your mental health, protect your sanity, because it's a different world. But if you have a plan, if you execute that plan and you build that psychological capital up, that hope that your things are going to work out for you, that confidence that you can accomplish tasks, because let's be honest, if you're a vet or you're a service member, you probably know how to get shit done, right? You know how to get shit done. So rely on that. That's a big bonus for you, because a lot of folks don't have that discipline. They don't have the self-discipline. They don't have the confidence. They don't have the commitment. They damn sure don't got the integrity sometimes. And now this ain't bashing all civilians. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is you're a different breed as a service member. You're a different breed, and you're coming into a world that may not be the same way it was before you went in. Just like that transition inside into the military was tough. Basic training, getting all the education, and then getting to your duty station, all that stuff could have been tough on you. Same is true now. You're just a little older. So get you a plan. Trust yourself. Trust your self-confidence. Stand on business. Keep your integrity intact. It may take some years, but you're going to get through it. You're going to survive it, and then reach back and try to help somebody else who's transitioning, because it's a challenging time for us. Oh yeah, one more thing. Be very careful with the organizations you join. Be very careful with who you choose to work with when you're transitioning, or when you decide to open a business or decide to get some training. Be very, very careful of the organization. Get to know them a little more, because organizations out here just like to say that they support veterans. They like that badge that they get when they really are doing more harm than good. And they're out here. So be careful, because they ain't gonna tell you the truth. And some of these organizations are run by veterans, which is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of in my life. I've experienced these hateful motherfuckers. So you just need to be very careful in who you trust and what organization you roll with as a veteran, because there's a lot of them that'll just take advantage of you. You're just a number to them, a feather in their cap, something that they can say, oh, I help veterans, when in actuality, they're actually doing more harm than good. So be on your P's and Q's, man. Stand on business and make sure you're with the right organization.